air conditioning thermal expansion valve, also known as the TXV, is a crucial component of a refrigeration cycle that helps regulate the flow of refrigerant into the evaporator coil. The TXV is the only other mechanical device in the refrigeration circuit besides the compressor. The TXV main functions are to decrease the refrigerant temperature and control the amount of refrigerant that enters the evaporator. Here's a simplified explanation of how a TXV works. The TXV sensing bulb contains a refrigerant. The sensing bulb is attached to the suction line just downstream from the evaporator coil. As the refrigerant flows through the evaporator absorbs heat from the indoor air, and the TXV responds to the temperature of the suction line, causing the temperature in the sensing bulb to change. The sensing bulb is connected to the TXV's valve mechanism through a capillary tube. When the refrigerant temperature inside the sensing bulb rises, the fluid inside expands, exerting pressure on the diaphragm inside the power head of the TXV. The pressure exerted on the diaphragm modulates the opening of the TXV's valve by moving the push pin. This valve controls the flow of high-pressure subcooled refrigerant from the condenser to a low-pressure saturated refrigerant into the evaporator coil. The TXV controls the superheat of the refrigerant leaving the evaporator coil. Superheat is the temperature of the refrigerant above the boiling point at a given pressure. When the indoor cooling demand is high, the evaporator absorbs more heat, resulting in higher superheat. The sensing bulb increases pressure and the valve opens, allowing more refrigerant to flow into the evaporator coil in an attempt to lower the superheat. When the cooling demand decreases, the sensing bulb decreases pressure and the valve restricts the flow of refrigerant to maintain optimal superheat. By precisely regulating the flow of refrigerant into the evaporator, the TXV ensures that the refrigerant fully vaporizes before leaving the coil. This process prevents liquid refrigerant from returning to the compressor, which could damage the compressor and decrease system efficiency. In summary, the air conditioning thermal expansion valve is a crucial component that works based on pressure sensing and temperature control to regulate the flow of refrigerant into the evaporator coil. By doing so, it optimizes the cooling process, ensures efficient dehumidification, and protects the compressor from potential damage.